Holy sh... What's going on, guys? So usually, when I do an unboxing, I do like a top down, I do a fun little intro over in my corner, but this thing is massive. This is the single biggest collector's edition of a game I have ever gotten. Now, I actually did a review of Streets of Rage 4 quite a while ago. I was a huge fan of this game. Actually, surprisingly, a much bigger fan than I thought I was going to be. My only problem with this thing is like just its massive size. I mean, I don't even know which shelf I can put it on. I mean, here's my Switch shelf here. There is zero room for this thing. I even tried taking off the giant Daemon X Machina collector's edition off the top to see if it would fit there. It's too tall. In fact, here's it compared to just a bunch of other collector's editions I have. I mean, this thing is huge. This thing is absolutely massive. And so because of that, I'm going to have to kind of film it this weird way. I have my camera backed up and just to see what's inside this thing. So this is from Limited Run Games. Ooh. And I'm going to have to take the mic with me a little bit. So before I go too far, here's the stuff that was outside of the case. So I have my card, as per the usual, a pretty nice one, really cool if you like the characters. And then it also came with a limited soundtrack, which is nice. You know, it has, looks like it has, sorry about that, my hat just hit the mic, 18 tracks on it. And yeah, so without further ado, let's get into this actual case here. I'm probably gonna do a bunch of different shots as I go, but I'm gonna open it straight up ahead and probably splice in better angles as I go. But yeah, let's get into this thing. So, starting with what we have here, we need to take off this plastic, first of all. Ugh. Open her up. Industrial. So here is the main box, Streets of Rage 4. Has some really cool art on the side. Really cool art on the back. And even more really cool art on the side. So, I'll take off the sleeve. And probably put this over here. And wow, okay. First off, it is a heavy-duty chipboard box, one of the kind I really appreciate. But I like how they have it set up. Ooh. With the, has like a lid to it. I'm trying to take it off carefully. It's a pretty tight squeeze. Huh. So, has a lid to it. And right on top is the original collector's edition that you get when you get the, oops, sorry, the light's in the way. The original collector's edition that you could have pre-ordered. We are going to do a top down on this, so I will move this aside for now. And a really cool Genesis style case. We're going to open that too. Holy crap. Huh. Another full soundtrack. And in the soundtrack, they have 2 discs. One has 16 tracks, and one has 19 tracks. So there's that. Holy crap. A poster. Gotta be careful with this one. Yeah, can I get a good view there? It's the full cast, so that's nice. I'm gonna put this back in. Well, actually no, because I have to get everything else out. Oh my goodness, so. Whew. That's one way to do it. Whew, lordy. Got the knife. Okay. So. There it is. Whoo. All right. A hardback art book. We'll look at that too, top down, when we open up the games. And here is the reason for the season. Interesting. So we have a small... If you've ever played Streets of Rage, you know that you pick up food items out of the trash and off the ground. And so we have a... Gotta be careful with this. It's actually very fragile. But we have a little stress ball turkey. And we will be zooming in on that one. Put that over yonder. But the last bit here is the reason to get this set. And that is the awesome statue. Oof. Wow. First off, heavy. Really heavy. But yeah. So that's the statue. I'm going to do a zoom in on this. But yeah, it's super high quality. Really effing heavy. And I like how it just feels like it's made out of a great material. It even has kind of this cool clear flame on his fist going up for the uppercut. Very cool, very well done, well painted. I'm kind of looking around it right now. I don't see anything weird. No chipping, no nothing like that. It looks pretty cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and do some top down on the special edition games themselves and see what you get in the actual games. Whew, this is a massive unboxing, so let's go ahead and go in order here. We'll start with the book, being very careful on the side. Make our way in. Has a kind of weird, that weird funky plastic. It's not the easiest to cut. But here's the art book. Alright. Gotta be safe, guys. Come on. So, the art of Streets of Rage 4. First off, it's a nice hardback book. This art mirrors the poster, of course, and also the card I got, which is nice. And the back is this cool kind of hand sketch art. It's hardback, has that nice photo paper feel. And, yeah, I mean... looks like they have a table of contents even. So, I've said this in several of my unboxing videos. They always do an intro, then go to characters, then enemies, then bosses, then environments. So, it's exactly what they did here. Looks like it's 100 pages total. So let's just kind of flip through just a little bit of examples. So it even gives some cool background details on the characters. Wow, that's nice. I'm gonna just kind of skip. So here's some bad guys, of course. It has their cool sprite versions from way back when. That's cool. Wow, okay. I like how they have both, like the original sprite version and then like the new modern version. That is really effing cool. So here's some environments. Of course, these were all hand-drawn. If you've played the game, in fact, I'm going to show a bit of my review at the end of this game. Yeah, watch my whole review if you want to see it. I had beaten it at the time. But this game is fan-friggin-tastic. It is super good. So I like how they have the enemies, some of the bosses, and then it looks they even have so this is what I wanted to know what the user interfaces were. So here's what they have for that. It just looks like they have weapons and different selection screens and stuff. So all in all, this is a very cool art book, especially if you're a fan of the old school as well, because I mean they show you the pixel art in here. Now, here are the two different cases. I don't know which one's gonna have the actual game, and they both feel heavy, so I'm kind of really interested in that. So let's go first with the Genesis style case and see what mysteries this holds. It's that thick plastic. Yeah, I feel like I've talked about this in my last couple unboxings videos because they've all been from limited run games, but whoever they use, I don't know if they do it in-house or what, They use this thick plastic. It's a little bit hard to get off because of that, but I tell you what, you know, your stuff feels freaking safe. So it is in a classic Genesis style box, has the cool art, limited run of course, says Genesis on it. It has all this cool information on the game, a bunch of screenshots, and when you open it, oh, there we go. Oh, that's why it's so heavy. I forgot all about this. It just straight up has a my god, this thing is heavy as hell. It's just a metal Streets of Rage 4 cartridge, just for display purposes. Cool as hell. How did I forget about this? That is dope. Are you getting a good? Yeah. Sorry, I had to go up and look at the screen of what I was filming. This is a good shot, but just to see it a little bigger. Holy crap! That's why this was so heavy. Nice case. Let me get this back in here. God dang. There we go. So that's neat. Let me put that aside, so I can now expect the game to be in here. Should be the second to last time we'll need the razor blade. Last time being the actual game itself, I imagine, is in here, and because of that we'll also have cellophane on it, but we'll see. I did open one game once that once I got into like this edition, the game itself was open. I forgot what that was. I'm not thinking that was a limited run game, but you know, who knows. So first of all, they got the slip cover. Now this cover actually perfectly mirrors this one as far as the back. It's the same exact back, and the front is however different. Take off the slip, and even though that is Axel, like for some reason, maybe I'm just because I was playing King of the Fighters recently, this always has like the Rugal vibe to me, but this is a oversized blown up Genesis case pretty much. Somewhere in between Genesis and Neo Geo. God. It's like I want to open it, but like it feels like it doesn't want to open. Damn. Yeah, there we go. Jeez. Okay, so you have a game. You have a steelbook. This is definitely a custom case. Slide it out. So, if you're wondering what case you wanted to use for your shelf, if you got this, you have about 40 different options. Here's the steelbook. It's the same art as the original with the cool, this is actually on the side of the big collector's box, and the inside mirrors that. It's just a nice Nintendo steelbook. It has the Nintendo like actual logo. I don't know if that means it's licensed or not. I really have no idea. Slide this back in here. Whew, okay. So, has a really fresh smell. And the game, finally, after all these years, the game itself. And this even feels heavy. So, if you had bought just the game, this is what you'd be getting. So I guess, you know, in a sense, this is like the super unboxing, because every different version you could have bought of this came with this set. So in here itself, you have awesome. First off, okay, this is cool. Reversible art. It has a black spine, but it actually says Bare Knuckle 4, which Bare Knuckle is like what they call this game in Japan. So that is really freaking neat. You have your game card, and you have a full color book. It has, oh my god, so it has the intro, has all of the controls, exactly how to do it. It looks like it has characters with their moves lists. Is it every character? It is every character. It even has some enemies in here. So really, if you bought just like the game, this by itself would be like cool enough for me, to be honest. This is really cool. Wow, dang. And look, it has like a full kind of what is this? Looks like a full little creators corner here, where the creators talk about making this game. That's awesome. So the game itself, like I said, I've done a full review on this game where I've beaten it and everything. I loved it a lot. I am going to link that video probably in the description, and maybe a little title card on the top. But what did I think about this game? Kind of, little, elevator pitch. It surprised me. It surprised me so much. When I first saw it, I saw kind of the Flash it looked like it was Flash graphics. And it turned out, no, it's all entirely like hand drawn, and not like lame hand drawn. I'm talking like Arc System Works, beautiful hand drawn. They had this crazy lighting engine they used for the sprites. It was amazing. The gameplay, of course, fantastic. I did get to play 2-player co-op online. I played the 2-player against each other online. That was also fun. I will say that I have not played 4-player local co-op yet. And, with the Switch being so easy to do that with, I do think I'm going to do that now. I'm going to have some friends over and probably rock that out, because this game is very fun. I could see it being very fun with friends. It's also a good game where if you pick a good difficulty that you're comfortable with, where you're pretty good at the game and you're not getting frustrated, it's a game that you can kind of sit down and just beat, and which is cool, because it's kind of like, you could do that with the original ones. But that's kind of a weird, not everyone is into a game like that, but that's the whole point of these arcadey style games, is you could sit down and really just go through the whole thing with friends. Another thing I really liked about this game, of course, I just have to mention briefly, I go into more detail, of course, in the review, is the secret levels where you can kind of get these they have arcade machines, and it's funny how you activate them. You have to use an electric taser to shock them, and it warps you into a classic level where everything is sprite based and you're still you, but you're in the sprite world. And that's not even talking about all of the characters you can unlock, including sprite versions of the original characters. This game is phenomenal. I highly recommend it for anyone, even if you're not trying to collect a physical copy. I definitely think that you should look into just getting the game, download, or however you can. Streets of Rage 4, like I said, was, for me, a huge surprise. I did not expect it to be as great as it was. I expected it to be, one of those kind of cash-in games, we're gonna jump in on the nostalgia train. No, they took it above and beyond. But hey, what do you guys think? If you got to play this game, if so, talk about it down in the comments below. I'd love to hear your views on it. I think I'm gonna wrap it up here for the day. So if you like checking out unboxings or fun video game reviews or what have you, please stick around the channel and subscribe. I'd love to hear from you guys and see you guys. Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down if you feel any kind of way. And hey, as always, take it easy.